And then the last one is something called the sunk cost fallacy. This is interesting. It says here, after investing emotionally and financially into the relationship, individuals often feel that suggesting a prenup implies wasted effort. So they sort of think that because I've invested so much in this relationship, remember, relationships are an investment. Relationships are one of the biggest investments you'll ever make. We talk about this. I talk about investing all the time. My doctorate's in investing, and I can tell you the biggest relationship you'll ever make won't be money. It's going to be in people, and those should be the biggest investments. Like you invest in people. For example, if you invest in people while you're young, they'll take care of you when you're old. So a lot of older people who have nobody there for them, they didn't invest in people when they were young, largely in many cases because maybe they didn't have time for a relationship because they were so busy serving their corporate master on some job. And I don't know if that's necessarily a good trade-off for you because your job's not going to show up at the hospital when you're 72 years old with cancer, right? So with that being said, your biggest investments are with people, but it has to be the right investments with the right people. So basically, with circling back to the sunk cost fallacy, it kind of says that because you've invested so much in this person, you just say, you know what, forget it. I'm in. I've hit the point of no return. I'm all in, and if it doesn't work out, then I just lose everything. And I think that is just very bad investing. There's no asset that you should ever buy that shouldn't have some sort of insurance policy. If you want to protect your wealth protection should be essential for anybody that wants to keep it. So the same way, if I buy a house, I'm gonna definitely get insurance on that house. I have to have insurance on that house unless I'm a complete fool that wants to lose everything. Even if I don't want to believe the house could ever burn down, even if I think that it can never happen, I get insurance. Why? Because if it does happen, you don't want to get screwed. So your relationship, your family is a house. Travis, I'm not mad at him, right? He's a good guy. He's trying to build a house. He's building an emotional house with this young lady who's got the LeBron James tattoo sleeve on. I can't help it. Every time I see, I just look at that. That's who decide don't say it, boys, because you're gonna sound like an old man. But I gotta say it. Okay. All right, go ahead, get it out. Just say it. All right. Can anybody tell me when ladies thought that having like 85 tattoos like a gang affiliated convict became sexy? There is nothing sexy about that to me. Am I the only one, or am I the weirdo in the room? Am I just old fashioned? All those dang tattoos, I don't like it, man. I just don't. Look at her. Look at that arm. Looks like she's wearing a jacket. like, come on, man. That ain't sexy. That's all right. Thank you for letting me get that out. I'm done. Okay. So Brandon says I'm old fashioned. I guess I must be. That's not appealing. That's not feminine. All right. Anyway, let's go back. Stop. I promised myself I wasn't going to do stuff like that, but y'all know I always break my promises to myself. Just like I promised myself I'm never going to cuss, but then I'll do it and it happens. So anyway, my point is to say that there's nothing wrong with getting married when you're young because people have done it all the time. It's been happening for a long time. But when you get married young and you have that much money, you have to have precautions in place. Number two, the best advice that you can give yourself and give others is to get guidance on this thing that you're about to create called a family. And guidance means things like counseling and therapy. My wife and I, again, not to say we're perfect. We ain't perfect. Okay. We ain't perfect.